the part of the General Assembly building where the delegates walk in to get into the General Assembly Hall. You see the United Nations flag behind me, and I'm standing here because as the delegates enter, they pass this quote. And I'm going to read that quote you saw behind me in a moment, because it shows you the tragic misunderstanding that is making Donald Trump disdain and disrupt the United Nations. He had 15 minutes and spoke for an hour, mainly about how ridiculous the United Nations is.
These are the two things I got from the United Nations, a bad escalator and a bad teleprompter.
And how he is ending all these wars, whereas...
And sadly, in all cases, the United Nations did not even try to help in any of them.
Meanwhile, he's pulling America out of all these UN agencies and rejecting all of its goals. Trump is also defunding the UN, so it's in a financial crisis. But why? Trump and MAGA view the UN as a bloated bureaucracy that churns out politically correct verbiage instead of keeping world peace. Here's the misunderstanding. The UN does not shape the world shapes the UN. If the UN can't bring peace to Ukraine, it's because Russia and China cast their vetoes. If the Security Council can't call for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza and a return of all the hostages, even though 14 of the 15 council members wanted to, it's because the US vetoed it. So the great powers use the UN as a scapegoat. Does this make the UN pointless? Not if you asked Harry Truman and the other leaders who oversaw its creation. They had seen what many of us have forgotten. War, total war, world war, and they wanted to prevent another. That's the point of this quote. The UN was not created to take mankind to heaven, but to save humanity from hell. Dag Hammarskjöld, second UN Secretary General. This quote says it all, and unfortunately also tells you why we may once again be headed for hell.